Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with your boy. Man, this ain't gonna be long. Thursday night football on Miami versus the Jaguars. I don't know what the hell they was thinking putting this game on. If you from Florida, you'll watch it because I'm from Florida, so I watched that over the brownie game versus the chicken McNuggets. So basically, the Dolphins came out and jumped on their head early. Fitzpatrick was hitting guys left and right. He got Parker open. Gaskin was running all over him early, and they basically got in the end zone. They basically put up how many points? I think they put up they had 21 points going into halftime. The Jaguars, like, what has happened to Saxonville? It's like, man, like they got rid of everybody, and you could tell Jacksonville is basically rebuilding. They're basically rebuilding. They're basically trying to trying to go into another direction, and that's all it was, man. And they didn't have Chark Jr. out there at receiver, and it showed. You know, the receivers were doing their best, man, but they're not that talented. They're nothing but number two and threes out there, playing. So they were dropping some passes. Minshew's not a bad QB. I could see him being Jacksonville's QB for a while. He made some good throws. He had some questionable throws, but like the one I believe it was at the end of the third quarter, almost going into the fourth quarter, he overthrew the guy. But if he threw that pass, shoot, they down 28-14 or 13. But he missed it, so it is what it is. So all you can do is just sit back and just be like, well, the game's gonna be what it is. Miami has they play great defense. Miami hasn't really been that bad this year. They lost 3 games, I believe. They lost their first 2 games by a total of 3 points, or a total of 5 or 6 points. The first game, I think they lost by a touchdown or less, maybe 5 or 4 points, and they lost the last game by 3. Shoot, they had a chance to come back and try to win. And the Jaguars, they won their first game, and then no, my bad, that was the Jaguars. Uh, yeah, the Jaguars lost. They won their first game, beating the Colts by 3, and then they lost the second game to the Titans by 3. And then this game, they basically the Jaguars just were flat. Chark Jr. had a chest injury; he was out. They got a nice running back in Robinson. I hope they continue feeding him and continue, getting him right. Wide receivers, man, they need to get Chark. Their defense was getting carved up. They had no pass rush. I think number 48, Clark. I think his name was Clark. I can't think of his name. He got hurt early, so that kind of hurt him. They got gashed a little bit. Miles Jack's still there. He did as much as he could. Defensively, their secondary is terrible. Number 23 was getting picked on the whole night. He got destroyed. Fitzpatrick was looking like Fitz magic out there. Like I said, Fitzpatrick. He'll play. You know what I'm saying? He'll play, and then he'll have a game where he's just totally off. So, but it these two teams are. The Jaguars. I believe they're a little better than the Texans. But I think the Texans have the edge with their quarterback. So I think Jacksonville is going to end up being fourth, and the Texans are going to end up being third. But it's hard to say because Bill O'Brien is so terrible, and and the team and everything, it the team the team was as a whole, it wasn't all of that and everything. I mean, they both of these teams are basically going to be last most likely in their divisions. Miami, they won tonight. I think Miami's gonna be more competitive than Jacksonville going forward. I think Miami's going to get some. I believe in my heart of hearts and everything that Miami's going to win some games they're not supposed to win. To me, they're just keeping the seat warm to put Tua in. They're just probably going to give him a year off, which is smart, so then he could be the guy in the future. But the Dolphins got a good defense. Byron Jones, the guy that got from Dallas, he was hurt. The rookie stepped in, number 21, I believe he was. He did a good job. Their secondary is good. Their front seven was pretty good, but I can't really gauge it because the Jaguars aren't really that good, and they just got beat. I mean, they just got smacked in the mouth, and then they didn't have Chark Jr. They didn't have their number one receiver out there. If they would have had him out there, I think it would have been a different ball game. And I think Minshew would have made some plays, and it is what it is. But the game, I give it a D. I give it a C minus or a D plus. I give it a D plus because the Jaguars really were flat. They didn't really capitalize on anything. If Minshew would have got some passes off, then it would have been a different ball game. The Dolphins, they're gonna be okay. I think they're gonna beat some teams they're not supposed to. So like I said, this game was a snooze fest. I mean, it was over about time halftime hit. It was done, and then Minshew, missed the throw, so it was over by then. But Miami has a bright future. I hope the brother can get some more wins. Brian Flores, I'm really rooting for him and the Dolphins to do well because I think he could turn that team around. I hope they don't do him like all the other black coaches and giving him a rebuilding year and then they fire him and try to bring the white coach in, after he done did all the dirty work and the hard work to turn him around. I hope they don't do that in Miami, but I could see that happening. I think they're going to get rid of the brother by next year, the year after, and they're going to turn it over to a white guy and go from there. But, we'll see, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming content. And if you want to donate to the page, cash at me at Harry2, HARRY2, or you could do welcome to HDTV and you'll be able to find me. But if you can't find me, just give me your cash app name, and then I'll request the dollar amount, and then you could go from there to basically donate, and then boom, we'll go from there. But like I said, thank you for listening. And oh yeah, and if you don't donate, that's fine too. Just like, comment, share, and subscribe, and share to as many people as you can. Thank you for listening. We out. Live boy.